This is Real Talk Hunting Radio, Episode 1. When's the right time to set up cameras and start baiting for the rut? You ever get that itch late in August when the evenings start cooling off and you start wondering if you should be hanging cameras already? Or you're scrolling social and you see guys posting bucks in velvet and you think, dang, am I already behind? Today we're talking about one of the biggest questions that rolls around every year. When's the right time to set up trail cameras and start baiting for the rut? Because doing it too early or too late can both mess you up. Now every hunter's got a different theory on timing, and a lot of it depends on your area. Up here in Canada or the northern states, the rut usually peaks mid to late November, so your prep timeline really starts about 6 to 8 weeks before that. Now, when I went to check out one of my bait stands for this video, I actually brought my dog with me. You'll see him walking around in the footage. A lot of guys ask if bringing a dog helps mask your human scent, kind of like, hey, maybe the deer will think it's just another coyote or farm dog. But the truth is, it really doesn't hide your scent. If anything, it adds another layer the deer can pick up on instantly. They can tell the difference between a person, a predator, or even a dog's scent. That said, if you're checking stands early, weeks before you plan to hunt, it's no big deal. Your scent and your dog's scent will fade long before that matters. But if you're topping up bait or hanging cameras just a few days before sitting there, it's better to leave the dog at home. You want that spot as quiet and clean as possible. Now, timing, strategy, and tech. Here's my rule of thumb. Early September, get your camera hung. Late September, start paying attention. October, start baiting and patterning. Early September lets your camera settle in. Deer need time to get used to new scent, sound, or anything hanging on a tree. I like to hang mine on transition trails, mineral sites, or field edges first, not deep in the woods yet. By late September, those bachelor groups are starting to split up, and that's when your camera data starts to matter. Now you can start to see which bucks are sticking around, what direction they're traveling, and what time they're showing up. And lately, I've been working a few cell cameras into the mix. And man, that changes the game. Getting that instant notification on your phone feels like watching football on Sunday when your fantasy player scores a touchdown. There's honestly no better notification ding than one that comes from a cell cam going off. It's exciting, it's addicting, but it also gives you real-time intel that you can help you plan smarter and stay out of your spots longer. You can let the camera do the scouting while you keep the area undisturbed. Then by the first or second week of October, I'll start adding bait. Small and steady. Scoop of oats or corn, same time of day, same location. You're not trying to feed the deer, you're training them to check the spot. Now, how timing affects the rut. The rut isn't a light switch, it's a slow build. If your cameras are in place early enough, you start to notice the first neck swelling, the first does getting attention. That's valuable intel you can't get if you set up last minute. If you wait until late October to hang a camera, you've missed half the story. You don't know who's been moving through or how the daylight patterns have been shifting. But if you start too early, say July or August, deer get used to patterns that'll change completely once the crops come off and pressure starts. Your whole pre-rut picture gets muddy. Personally, here's what I do every single year. Early September, hang 3 or 4 cameras, field edges, trails near bedding, one near water. Mid-September, I check them once, swap the cards, adjust locations. Early October, I start baiting lightly every few days. Late October, I pull back, let the area rest, and just monitor the activity. By the time November rolls around, I know which bucks are showing up, when and where, and that's when you can make moves. Bottom line, the right time to set up cameras and start baiting isn't about a date on the calendar, it's about watching the shift. When the nights cool off, the crops come down, and the deer start changing behavior, that's your cue. Set up early enough to capture that change, but not so early that you're watching a completely different season. If this kind of talk helps you plan better for your rut, hit that subscribe button